Well, here we go again. As if I don't have enough to torture myself about and try to figure out. I ran out of propane the other day, and since I moved to Virginia, before I would always get my tanks refilled. And when I moved to Virginia, I realized my tank was expired. The date on the top of the tank was no good. So I decided, instead of buying a new cylinder, I would just go and do one of these trade-in things at Home Depot and get a tank from there. And then just I couldn't find any place to fill the tanks up that weren't astronomical, and so I just decided, heck with it, I'll just do this for a while. So I wondered, when you buy this tank full of gas, it's an exchange tank of gas, is the tank full? Okay, because right here it says net weight 15 pounds. Okay, if you go into the store, you can look at brand new tanks that are for sale, and they are 16.5 pounds. And if you look at this one, this TW 18.5, I think that is the weight that the tank will, I don't know if that's the weight for that the tank is full, or I think it is. I think it's how much it'll hold. So, if there are any other numbers on here that make sense. No, well, there's a date there that would be stamped there somewhere for when it expires. Oh, here. Oh, look, it expires February of this year, it looks like. I think that's what that means. But this is the one I'm looking for right here. TW 18.5. I'm gonna have to research this now, but yes, my eyesight's terrible. That's at 18. Yeah, 18.5. So they obviously say that they're gonna sell you 15 pounds of gas, and that's what you get. Okay, it's $18 for this. Out the door, tax and everything, cost me 18 bucks. I would really like to know what that ends up being. If I can, I'm going to call around and find some places that fill these things, and I'm going to ask them, what do they get for 15 pounds worth of fuel, and we'll find out if I'm getting duped or not. I'm probably doing okay, but I don't know. How do you tell if it's full? So, interesting. Well, I found out a little bit more about the whole propane issue. There's not a whole lot of places for me to call in my general area, but I did call. The first place I called was a Shell station, and the guy there I've spoken to before, and I can hardly understand him. And I asked him, I said, how much is it per pound, or how do you sell it? He goes, $3.69 per gallon. $3.69 per gallon. And I said to the guy, I said, it's $3.69 per gallon. I said, so how much would that be per pound? And he didn't know. And gas is about $3.69 a gallon here, petroleum gas. So I asked him, I said, are we talking about the same gas? I said, I'm talking about liquid propane. He goes, that's what I told you. So I don't know. So at any rate, he wants $3.69 per gallon, and it's a 20-gallon tank. Well, give or take. So that's pretty expensive. Didn't do the math yet, but it was astronomical. Anyway, so I called another company, and they do an exchange on the tank. $19.95. They said 15 pounds of gas in a 20-gallon tank. Okay, that sounds like apples and apples with the Home Depot. Except for I was out the door for $18, tax and all, at the Home Depot. This is $1.95 more, plus their tax on top of that, which is 5% or 5.25% here in Virginia. So that was a couple bucks more expensive. Another place had a one flat rate fee, and this was a refill. You come in, you get it refilled, and no matter what, it's 20 bucks. Now, do you get 15 pounds or 20 gallons? I don't know. Every time I've ever gotten a propane tank filled up, it goes by how many pounds they put in, and that's what they charge you. So unless that's changed, I don't know. You can't measure the gallons. You put the propane tank on a scale and weigh it out. But at any rate, they want $20. And if your tank was half full and you want to get it filled up, it's $20. That wasn't a good deal. So I guess this exchange seems to be the way to go. You don't have to worry if your tank is too old and you can't get it refilled. So just we're gonna go with that. So Home Depot's price is pretty good then for the 15 pounds. So there you go.